Welcome back to another episode of Job Centre to Glory. We've had a little bit of a change of plan for today's episode. A very exciting cup draw has meant we've had to mix things up. And I'll let you in on a little spoiler before we have the fixture recap. I don't mean to exaggerate, but the big man up top might be the best striker in the world. Anyway, let's get straight into the action. As I mentioned in the intro, we do have a bit of a change of plan today. We were going to have 2 league games. However, an exciting cup draw has changed that. We were expecting to return for the game against Ghent and Bruges. However, after progressing in the Croquis Cup, we've been drawn against top division side Antwerp. They are currently battling it out at the top, sitting in 4th at the moment, but with a game in hand, they could be right towards the top end of that top division. It's going to be a really, really tough game. But it's the sort of challenge we're up for. We want to see where we compare. If we're hoping to get in that top division, we're going to have to play them at some point. Now, unfortunately, our undefeated run has come to an end. However, we are still sitting pretty in the league. We are top of the table, 3 points clear of Lommel, but we do also have a game in hand there, so we can extend that to 6. We're looking like we're in a really, really strong position in the league. If we have a look at how the fixtures went since the last episode, when you were last with me, we had the 1-1 draw against our rivals Bavarian, and we beat Charleroi 1-0. We then went away to second place Lommel. I can't remember where they were at that point, but I know it was close with us, and we did manage a fairly comfortable, if we look at the stats, but 1-0 never feels comfortable. A 1-0 win there. Bruggeman grabbing the winner in the 50th minute. Really, really happy with that result. That was then followed up with our Croquis Cup 7th round fixture. We had our first test against top division side. We played Liège. And again, if you look at the stats, we definitely more than held our own. We looked a very, very good side there. We didn't look out of our depth in the slightest. However, it did take extra time to decide the tie, and it was a 106th minute winner from Holton, who I will say has been playing quite well, which was very much the case in our next game. So we did play Patro Eisden at home, and it was a brace from Holton that won us that game. We won this 2-1, scoring in the first minute Holton, and then following up in the 34th. Another really good result. And if a brace to win the game wasn't enough, well then in our 5-2 win away at Olympic Charleroi, Holton grabbed himself 4. So Van Genekten opened the scoring, and then Holton just went crazy from the 65th minute. 65th, 74th, 76th, 79th. A very, very quick 4 goals from the big man. However, it was in this next game that we slumped to our first defeat of the season. It was a 3-2 loss against the affiliate of Standard. It feels like we're one of the only clubs in the league that aren't affiliated with one of the big boys. But another brace from Holton there. It was a 92nd minute goal to really make it a little bit more flattering. We were decent looking at the stats. Again, we probably deserved a bit more. Didn't have much of the ball, but made a lot of chances. But it was a 3-2 loss there. But another brace for the big man. Then finally, it was the game we were expecting to return for today, the game away at Ghent. It was a 3-1 win. Holton grabbing another goal, Amini to get on the score sheet, and it was an own goal to open the scoring. And again, I know I keep saying it, but the stats just looking really, really good. We're playing some very, very nice football. We're dominating games. It's exactly what we want to see. As you can probably imagine then, judging off how many times I just said his name, Emil Holton is absolutely flying in the league since joining us. He has played 11 games. He's got 13 goals in the league. Comfortably top scorer. Hopefully that can continue for a long, long time. Now we're back into league action. It's a home game against Club NXT, the affiliate of Club Bruges. I believe this is our game in hand on Lommel, so let's hope we can get 3 points there and extend our lead at the top. So in the kind of form we have been in, believe it or not, the 11 hasn't really been changing too much. So today it is going to be Kone in goal. The back 4 is Van Genekten, Dienganga, Escartin and Palacios. Amini and Van der Berg as the defensive midfielders. Gillian and Elahalde on the wing, and Loki behind the goal machine, Emil Holton. We've been on fire in the league, and I hope that's going to continue here. Here we go then. We're back at the Daknam Stadion. Let's offer some encouragement early on and hope that we can grab ourselves an early goal, kick on, and carry on the fine run of form we are in. Like I said, I think this is the game in hand we have over Lommel today. It doesn't look like they are playing. Only 1 goal in the league so far today. Hopefully we can be another one of those early goals. It looks like we started fairly brightly. It's been a even spread of possession as per usual. I mean, we usually don't have much of the ball, but when we do, we make something count. We've had the only chances of the day so far. Hopefully it's going to stay like that, and hopefully we can get something on Holton's head. That's very much what we aim to do. We like to get the ball wide, get a ball in, and Holton doesn't usually lose those headers. It looks like we're starting to rack up the shots here. Hopefully we can have one of note soon, at least a highlight. It's been very uneventful so far. Like I said, we're making chances, but nothing to report at the moment. It is actually a corner to Bruges. Good header out there. And it looks like we got some space to counter-attack. Haaland had some space to run there. He just gave the ball back cheaply, unfortunately. It looks like this might not be our highlight in the end. I thought we were going to get round. Gillian had some room if Haaland could find him, but he couldn't. Bruges are in, and we're 1-0 down. Despite having all of the early chances, the flag has gone up. We've been let off there. It looked like against the run of play we had just fallen behind. Fortunately, the linesman comes to to save us. It remains 0-0. I really feel like we should be leading at half-time here. It feels like we've not made much of our chances. And the only other highlight again at the moment, falling to Bruges. If we can just... It's a bit of an ambitious attempt at a tackle there. I don't know if he thought his legs were longer than they were. Now it's 1-0. I think the flag's gone up again. It has. It looks like either our offside trap is working well or their striker doesn't know the rule. Either or, I don't mind. It's still 0-0. I'd like it if we woke up and had a chance at some point, because we are just letting them in a little bit easy at the moment. 2 disallowed goals. We go into the break 0-0. A little bit of a disappointing first half. No changes at the break, just a bit of a telling off for the team, really. We said we did not like what we saw in that first half. We very much want to see something a little bit better, because that was lackluster, to say the least. Hopefully we can win this ball back and make a chance ourselves. We haven't seen an attack from the white shirts yet. Not really ideal, considering how many shots we've had. It looks like we're just taking ambitious efforts, but hopefully we're not going to allow another chance here, because they can't disallow them all. Luckily, that one does go over the bar. This really isn't been a good performance so far, if I say so myself. We've been, just wasteful every time we've seen us have the ball anyway. It's just running into defenders, letting them come at us, and allowing really, really easy amounts of space behind the defence. Little tactical tweak. We've looked to pick the tempo up a little bit. We've also brought on Yilmaz it was for Gillian. I couldn't remember if it was him or Haaland. But as Gillian has gone off for Yilmaz, hopefully that can spark something here, because we've been really, really poor. Just haven't made anything of note. We haven't been shown an attack from a highlight. It looks like we've had shots. Well, I say that. I think they all came in the first half. We've been actually, if anything, worse in this second half. We've allowed Bruges to, have a go at us in this second half. And we've only seen chances from Bruges. And as we creep towards the end here, it looks like we're not really going to make anything happen. Hopefully, I'm about to be shut up and we're going to have our first chance. We're going to grab a goal. And we're all going to end today smiling. Holton's going to win the flick on. Course he is. The ball gets to Yilmaz and it's just gone out for a corner there. Didn't drop in time for him to have a good effort. Tried to head it towards goal. Just a little bit of a tame effort. Couple more changes then for the last 10 minutes. Bokier and Bujo have come on. And we've just gone a little bit more attacking. I really want to try and go for this game, to be honest. It's not been good enough, but I do still remain hopeful of a win. We've only got 5 minutes left and we haven't really been shown anything that would make you think we are going to win this game. But I know that if we get a chance, we can put it away. Hopefully, this isn't going to end in a loss here. We've given some space in the box. It's a great save from Kone there. Potentially saving the day. It was a big, big save. Poor piece of defending, to be honest. I'm really not happy with how this performance has looked. Looks like we're going to slump to a very disappointing 0-0 draw here at home. Yeah, there goes the final whistle. Really, really poor performance. So with that being our game in hand, it was sort of a free hit, really. I mean, we do extend our lead to 4 points, but it does just feel like a missed opportunity there to stretch that lead to 6. But really, we didn't deserve anything from that at all. Well, that definitely wasn't the type of performance I was hoping for before our toughest test we've had yet. We're now going away to top division side Antwerp. We're going to need to be significantly better if we want to even have a slight chance of progressing to the next round. I think this is going to be a really interesting test to see where we are standard-wise, especially as we're hoping to get promoted. Right then, a couple of changes from that last game. Not too many, but we are going with Kone in goal. The back four stays unchanged with Van Ganekton, Dianganga, Escartin and Palacios. A change coming in defensive midfield. Amini remains, but Bokier takes Van der Berg's spot. The wingers today, Gillian and Bruggeman. El Haude dropping out for Bruggeman there. And the usual Loki behind Holton. It's going to be a very, very tough test, but I am looking forward to the challenge of playing against such a good team. We are off as potentially our biggest test of the series so far. Antwerp, very, very good side. I'm interested to see where we stand against a team of this calibre. It's the type of team we're hoping to be playing next season. We want to get to that top division. So, we're going to have to play teams like this. Let's hope we can at least hold our own. That's what I'm hoping here. I just don't want this to be embarrassing. We are in front of a very big crowd. We might not potentially be as used to this number of fans at our games, but hopefully we can kick on. We've not started badly at all by the looks of it. Antwerp have had a couple of chances, but we're having a lot more of the ball than we usually have. It looks like we're trying not to let them just dominate possession and make this their game. Hopefully, we can make something happen here. I thought Bruggeman was just going to give that away there. He has done in the end. Just the ball stolen away by the fullback, and it looks like Antwerp are going to come at us here. That's a great ball out to the winger. Can we press him a little bit? It's a bit too much space. It's 1-0. It's taken 20 minutes for the deadlock to be broken. And it is Antwerp that take the lead. It was poor defending, to be honest, from the fullback. We saw that a lot in our last league game, really, just allowing wingers to waltz past us. He's done well on the edge of the box there and then just drills it across. Kone can't really do much with that. 1-0 down. Well, not the start we were hoping for. It looks like Antwerp are, coming here to dominate. I say coming here, we're coming here, but they're looking to dominate at home. Hopefully, we can, get this back to a level playing field and go from there. It's sloppy again, though. We've just given it away, but Loki does well to win it back. Can he make something happen? Bruggeman can he get a good ball in? We know Holton can beat anyone in the air. Holton's under this one. He's hit the post. Oh, we know he doesn't lose aerial battles. Unfortunately, just couldn't steer that one on target. The keeper was beaten. Holton's under it again. The flag went up, though. The flag went up. But there's chances. That's where they're going to come if we do have a chance here today. It's getting the ball onto the big man's head and hitting the post there. I thought we had a chance to get level. That's just a bit of a wayward pass forward. And again, it's sloppy. We just look like we're second to everything at the moment. I think maybe we're showing a little bit too much respect. We look a bit nervous here today. We're usually not so sloppy in possession in midfield anyway, giving the ball away cheaply. The striker's in again. It's 2. Maybe a hint of offside. I don't think it was. It's been given. 2-0 down. It's only 10 minutes after the first. We really could have done with Holton's header finding the back of the net. That did look close there, but I think he might have just made his run at the right time. 2-0 down. Well, it's gone from bad to worse. We were hoping this wasn't going to get embarrassing, and at this point, it's looking like it's on the way to being exactly that. We are 2-0 down inside half an hour. Really, really frustrated there. If Holton, it's a what if. If we could have gone 1-1, it might have been a different end to the half. If we can get in at 2-0, I still think we can have a go in the second half anyway. It's just, not where we wanted to be. I was hoping we could keep it level for a little bit longer than this. We do go into the break 2-0 down. It's an uphill battle in the second half. No changes at the break, just a little bit of a tweak tactically. We are going to go for the game a little bit more. There's no point sitting here and accepting defeat. We might as well do all we can, even if that does mean conceding more goals. I'd rather go out with giving it all we have than just sit here and watch it get worse slowly. So we are going a little bit more positively. We'll make some changes in about 10 minutes to freshen things up. Hopefully, if we can just grab a goal, then anything can happen at that point. It's just, we had our chance. I think we really needed to take that, to be honest. It looked like, if anything, that just gave Antwerp more confidence. The fact that they didn't go back to level playing field. They grabbed themselves a second, and they haven't looked back since then. Hopefully, it's not about to get worse here. 3 really would be, well, a mountain to climb, to say the very least. And it doesn't look like this is our highlight, does it? It's a ball across. We got rid of that one. Bruggeman just really needed to get up for that, and he hasn't done. There's space in the box. It is 3-0. It's gone from bad to worse. We have been second best here in pretty much every aspect of the game. It's not been holding our own like we hoped to. Antwerp have, they've made us look like a second division side. 3-0 down. Well, we've made changes in a hope of making something happen. Van der Berg, Yilmaz and El Halde have all come on for the last half an hour. However, I don't really see this getting much better, to be honest. We haven't been very good. Being brutally honest, we've been second best to everything. Antwerp look like a team up the right end of the top division, and we look like a second division side. It has played out exactly how you would have it on paper. We were hoping we could maybe cause a bit of an upset, but that has not been the case today at all. We have been made to look like a team of a different standard, to be honest, which we are at the moment, but it's just a little bit humbling for it to be so dominant. I was hoping we could at least make something happen. A ball across there. Holton just can't get it past the defender. Dienganga does well to win that. Can we make a chance still? Loki playing around with it on the edge of the box, and it's sloppy again. That's where it's been really frustrating today. We've not been able to keep the ball. We've just been giving it away far too easily. Antwerp have really not been tested, to be honest. There is still the huge what-if of what would have happened if Holton could have made it 1-1. He is in here. Can he grab us a consolation at least? He cannot, is the answer. Ella Halde's got some space in the box. Gives it back to Bokye. Van Genekten just returning it. Can we get a ball in? I think that's the chance we're going to have. Haaland does grab us a goal. We've got 10 minutes to go. Even Haaland there just doing a few keep-ups before grabbing the ball. I think he knows this game's probably done. But respectable. We've grabbed ourselves a goal at least. A lovely ball there from Bokye. Just giving Haaland the space to pick his spot. Good finish. Maybe we can make this scoreline a little bit more respectable. I do still think that it'd be a miracle for us to even get this, their heart rate a little bit higher, breathing a little bit heavier. I don't think that's going to be the case. We're potentially about to go 4 from kickoff. Fortunately, the winger tried something spectacular rather than squaring that, because I thought we were going to just be put back to a 3-goal deficit instantly. We do have 5 minutes. We're going to encourage and hope that we can... I mean, if we grab another goal, it's a respectable scoreline. I don't think we're going to cause any problems of making Antwerp worry. We do have a late corner. Van Genekten, can he get a good ball in? It would give us a chance if we can make something happen from this. I'm not hugely hopeful, as you can probably tell, but Holton is under that. It's gone in. It has gone in. Holton wins it at the back stick. It's 3-2. I mean, we're going to throw everything at it. We're going to see if we can grab something. There's 3 additional minutes. Holton just climbing above the 2 defenders there. Big header. Keeper just slapped it into his own net in the end. Game on. We've thrown everything we can into this for the last 2 minutes. We brought another striker on. Unfortunately, I think it's just going to be too late. I think that is going to be the final whistle, unfortunately. I don't think the striker even got on in time. It is, unfortunately, a little too late. We did make it respectable in the end. A 3-2 loss to Antwerp. The stats, not as bad. I think, if anything, that flatters us a little bit. Antwerp were much the better side today. 2 late goals made it a respectable scoreline. You could say that we held our own there. I do think we were very much second best today. But 3-2 against a team battling for the title and top division. Not too many complaints from me. Well, I definitely think there were some positives to take from that. The fact that we then had a chance to throw everything at it at the end and we didn't just roll over and take a battering is somewhat positive. However, as episodes go, we've been absolutely flying, and today we didn't even manage a win. We've gone from being undefeated to not actually managing any wins. Undefeated feels a long way away at the moment. We do, however, still sit top of the table, and now that we're out of the cup, it means this is the only front we are competing on. All eyes now on promotion and winning the title, preferably. We're 4 points clear there. We're in a really, really strong position to kick on. I would just be very, very happy to go up. I mean, winning the title would be a cherry on the icing on the cake, but promotion is key. Let's have a look where we'll be back in the next episode. I think what we will do is we are going to go into the winter break. We've got a bit of a gap here from the middle of December. We've got a friendly against Schalke to get through as well. But we have 2 very, very big games at the end of January. So not long after the winter break returns, when we do come back, we have 2 televised fixtures against Beerschot on RAAL. However, it's going to be the Serang and the Young Genk game that we'll be back for. With Serang currently sitting in 4th place and Genk currently in 3rd, it is 2 very, very big games in that battle at the top of the table. That's going to be it for today's episode. I kind of forgot what winning feels like. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video today, I would very much appreciate you hitting the like button. And if you're not already, get yourself subscribed to the channel, ready for all the future episodes. We'll be back again on Wednesday on the other side of a winter break. I'll catch you on the next one.